Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia if you're new here, and today I wanted to show you my garden. Now, first of all, the lighting isn't going to be very good because the sun is directly overhead and this is the only time I have today to film this. So, sorry about that. But I also wanted to tell you that this is going to be filmed several weeks apart, like my garden before and what it has become. And so, let's get started. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I love planting gardens because it is one of the best ways that my kids get to see how nature works. I know that when they're a little bit older, they're going to be studying things like pollination and plant life cycles and bug life cycles, and really what better way to learn it than when you're little you get to see it, and then when you get older you get to read about it. And I think it's a little bit easier to understand when you have seen it when you're little and you know what a bee is, and seeds and bulbs and plants and transplants and flowers and seeds and all that. So that's one of the best ways I think to show nature to my children while they're little, and while they're living in the city or suburbs, whatever you want to classify. Let me try to find some better lighting here. Sorry about all the shade. It's one of the better ways to show all that to my children while they're little, and it's fun just to get to make and grow your own food. And then we had an incident that I'm still trying to recover from, and learning that yeah, you probably shouldn't freak out when squirrels eat your tomatoes, which is what I did, and I will show you the results. But first, I'm going to show you what my garden looked like a few weeks ago when it was lush and beautiful, and then I'll show you the damage I did because I freaked out over a squirrel. Are you excited about our garden?
Hey, we did get out wider.
Let's go see what's in our garden and what it's doing.
Oh,
What is it?
a sunflower.
Let's go see.
Is it wet?
How beautiful. Those are little sunflowers. This is the kind that have a bajillion sunflowers on them. Ooh, it smells like mothballs.
Hold it up.
We put pepper out the other day because something got one of my tomatoes as it was ripening. So we put cayenne pepper out and dryer sheets because someone said squirrels don't like dryer sheets. But look, these guys are almost ripe. We'll probably pull these off maybe this afternoon.
Hold it up.
Yeah, it smells kind of yucky over here. But these, we got a lot of tomatoes coming in. Excuse me. We got some peppers. I think these two are, oops. These two are like blonde peppers. They're yellow. And then over here we have some kind of green peppers. I think they're spicy. Back there's some watermelon.
I have to put
And some little
panty.
sunflowers that didn't grow. And another watermelon.
Mommy,
Oh look, we got beans coming in.
Sing up. Can I sing up?
No, we're not gonna do that. Those aren't supposed to be touched. And then this is our bean trellis. I wanted to make like a little house for them to play in. I thought that would be really fun.
Mommy, put a sunflower on it.
Yeah, there is a sunflower, isn't there? Okay, so I'm gonna show you this little flower bed first. Planted this pink mully grass. It's really pretty in the fall because it has like these feathery, wispy, I don't think they're flowers, but feathery, wispy things. And I planted these because the website I read about said they can survive the most cruel treatment. And at the time, and even now, I don't have much of a green thumb, so these things can survive cruel treatment. I'm all about it. And then I planted I had two marigolds in here. Something got the other one. I think one is African, one is French. One of them, these golden ones last really good. I only have a few of the gold and red ones left, but I don't remember which is which. I moved our bird fountain over here because I have watermelon that I'm trying to grow, and this was just taking up too much space. And these are zinnias. I think they're growing out so they can reach the sun. I just topped off a few last night so I could put them in a picture frame for decoration. And then there's some more over here. We actually planted them all across the back, and these are the only ones that came up. And we just keep them watered. And again, these ones are actually growing out too. This over here is our actual garden. I had a lot of stuff in here. I think I actually overcrowded it, which is probably why it didn't produce as much as I wanted it to. Over here I have, we planted some more marigolds, which they say marigolds keep out the bugs. So I planted a bunch of those. I planted also a bunch of, these are called Kentucky blue beans, and they grow up. And I wanted this little teepee pole, but this little teepee, I wanted it to be like covered in beans, but it didn't do that. So, oh well. But I had to plant some more beans because I don't know what happened, but these actually, hey, this one's developing runners. These didn't develop runners for some reason, like the ones back here did. And then so I planted some more and pulled, these are the newer ones. And then I'm gonna have to, and I pulled some other ones out. If these actually develop runners, I'll probably keep them, but if not, I'll probably just pull those out. Last year we had some butterfly weed, and actually it was way over there, so I don't know how it got here. Maybe a seed just kind of got over here somehow. You can see all the little orange things. Those are aphids, but these will probably grow up to, maybe up to here. Last year they were taller than I am, and I'm about 5'5". Not much of a gardener, as you will tell. The stuff that I plant to eat usually gets eaten by other stuff, and the stuff that I plant to get eaten by the bugs, like butterfly weed, I planted it last year for the caterpillars to eat. Nothing ate it. So I'm not much of a gardener. I try, but I think I'm just gonna have to stick to like tomatoes, because those seem to be the only thing that I can grow well. All my vine plants die, and my strawberries get eaten by the birds. It's awful. But I planted those to be eaten, and they didn't get eaten, but all my vegetables get eaten by everything else but us. So who knows. But I got some watermelon here and one over there. They keep turning. I think there's a mold back there, because if you can see the leaves, some of the leaves are already starting to turn brown and wilt, and it makes me so sad because these are actually getting blossoms on them. I did have some, so I'm gonna have to see if I can put some fungicide down. I don't know. I did have peppers in here, but they got some other kind of mold, so I just pulled those out and let the watermelon take over the cages. The bird bath was here, but I like it because then I can step into it to water the stuff in the back. We got some more marigolds. These, I think I only have like 3 or 4 left of those little gold and red ones. These are blonde peppers here. They're actually doing the best out of everything. And then these are my tomato bushes plants. These are 2 little pot tomatoes that have, or patio tomatoes that have just regular red tomatoes. And then these were, they're called sunrise sauce. And these are the ones that I actually made my tomatoes, my sauce out of. And I was pruning them back, but I put this netting over them to keep the keep the squirrels off of them, because he kept eating my tomatoes right here. And so so I put that over it, and then I dumped a bunch of cayenne pepper on it, and I didn't even think about it. I was so annoyed and scared that he was eating my tomatoes that I just threw it on the leaves. And I came out a little while later and the leaves were wilting, and so I think it kind of congested the leaves or something and messed up with the way they produce and move. So I killed a bunch of that, but you live and learn. And so now I'm in recovery mode and just trying to take care of them. I put some cow manure on them to give them a little bit of more nutrition that they need. And I put some vegetable scraps on it in the dirt to help it give it a little bit more nitrogen and the stuff that it needs, hoping that they can recover. I'm already seeing some green stuff come back up as they regrow, but it's just gonna take time. So what I'm doing now with my garden, I have squirrels eating my sunflowers. It's crazy. Like, squirrels are really annoying. I don't know how to get rid of them. So I think it's just gonna be nature study and let them do what they want to do. These little guys seem to think my garden is their personal outdoor kitchen, or whatever you want to call it. But so I think the sunflowers I may just have to sacrifice once they start growing. At a certain point I think I'm just going to snip them off, and then I have some drying right now inside some books, so I'm going to actually press them and put them into a flower arrangement inside of a picture frame. And I also got some of the marigolds and some of the zinnias that I showed you earlier. So that is our garden, and I will update you when, if anything happens. I'm gonna start researching our fall garden because I actually would like to keep it going. I was reading that you can actually take the clear totes and put them on top of your garden in the winter, and it'll keep the frost away from them, but it can still get sunlight in. So I think that might be really fun to do in the winter, and then we can, you know, have fresh vegetables in the winter. But I don't think it works the same. I think there's only certain types of vegetables that it works for, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. And we may even build our own. I don't know. I think we could build our own little frame out of our own little tiny greenhouse out of plastic and wood frames. We'll see. So thank you for watching. Have a good day.